Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, I need to pull up the volume mixer so that I can actually unmute the game. It's a good idea. There we go. Let's pull up the video game. Ah. Hello, what's up? What it do? How you doing, Akemi Cat? Oh snap. In Ireland though. That's pretty awesome. It's a duchy living in Ireland. Yes, let's catch the dreaded killer of my boy Mekamaru. He will be missed again. So let's get going. Well, actually, first let's do trial prep. Got any predictions on who done it? I wouldn't call it predictions, but slight sus. Sonya, just because she's had drastically little action this chapter, so I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up being it. That is literally my only reason, and the fact that I always sus Sonya. I don't trust royalty, I'm sorry. Never trust royalty. I don't think it's Nagito, considering I actually got to play as him and read his inner thoughts. I'm thinking since the killer is a robot.
You mean the kill?
Sorry, the killed person is a robot. I'm kinda sussing Kazuichi Soda a little bit. Just because he was also very desperate about the entire situation. It's like, could have been him. And I'm not ruling out a suicide just because they brought up the fact that it's very similar to the killings in the first game thus far. Then again, the similarity in this case could also be that the very strong muscled man, or in the first game's case, person, ended up dying. The first game, lady being Sakura. So yeah, that's the main people I'm sussing. But as always with this game, I am always open for anyone. Because this game just pulls the thing where you don't actually get the clues you need until you're actually in the trial sometimes. But anyway, hello BP, hello Felix, and hello Tanny. And thank you for the resub. It is very good to see you. Kid and I were literally just saying the other day that it's been a while. So good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Why am I in presence? I need to be in truth bullets. Alright. Wire. Heck yeah. Well, I'm glad things have settled down. So you can focus on your hobbies again. Very nice. Hugs back indeed. Just looking what kind of stuff I have though. I'm gonna have to read this once they become relevant anyway. Let's see if I want to buy any more skills. The influence gauge. What do they call the health gauge again in this game? Which one?
Pretty sure that's influence.
Influence? Okay. It is a murder mystery game in which the trials are essentially big mini games that may or may not be well written.
And it's anime as fuck.
It is anime as fuck. It's a very fun game overall, fun characters, crazy plot. It's just better at being a visual novel than it is at being a... Well, visual novels are technically video games. It's better at being a novel than it is at being a video game. But it's still fun enough. There we go. No, I wanted that. Restart the game for Tanny? Hell no. I'm like, what? 8 streams in? And this being the 8th? I think this is the 8th. Alright. Sets. No. Set skills. Sounds good. They will be up on YouTube eventually, but for the time being you can watch them on Twitch. Alright. Open e-handbook and save. So I don't have to buy and set skills again. And let's roll. Trial time.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is.
They gave her more of a
vote
plus
for who
instead of a
done it.
cross. Because she's a nurse, I like it.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person...
Terror's one is still the best though, with the fork and knife. And the fact that it means that Terror is dead.
I will punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today
Thank you, Dumb and Downer.
because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
Not that
I'm
right,
the
bitch.
one who avenges him.
No, you
I'll
won't.
definitely find out who the killer is.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, honey, but you have too little brains in that little head of yours for that.
Akane!
Boobs? Boobs,
You seem
yes.
to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
Thank you,
We weren't
Yakuza
able
boy.
to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
Kid is playing with the baby.
I headed
Yeah.
over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Oh, also, Tanny, since you're new to this game, this guy simps for the previous character Sonia, like, super fucking hard. Like, tier 3 sub, that hard. Massive simp. Also, Sonia's royalty, which is why I don't trust her ever. Even though she's probably a very good girl, I just... Royalty and I don't get along.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Tone donates his rent money simp, exactly.
Looks like those. I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, The three of us discovered Nekomaru's
He totally
body.
buys bathwater.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall.
I hate how they keep calling it an elevator, by the way. It goes horizontally. It's not elevating shit.
Well, what would you call it?
I don't know, monorail?
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
I don't actually hate that, it's an extremely minor issue.
Communicate. We set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Exactly, like those things at airports.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest
Calm down,
one
honey.
here.
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Also, she is the best girl. She is the her trope is that she's the ultimate gamer, and she's like she has the biggest brain out of all of the people here.
You can show them how it looked like when he died, by the way.
How did he die?
Yeah. He was found in a elevator room thingy. Or not the elevator, but the hall? What would you call that?
In the Grape Tower. Yeah, that's how his body looked. It's pretty ooh.
Ooh, owie, ow.
Ooh, owie.
But he was also a robot, so you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
And I would accept that answer more if the writers didn't commit character suicide with Mikan. But I agree. Before that point, I really liked Mikan. She was up there.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Did you just indirectly attack Williamson for? Also, hello,
Well,
Makito.
The weapon is obvious, right?
I forgot you were here. So this guy's a bitch, and he's extra bitchy this time.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Hmm.
I guess we...
What does okay. But yeah, it obviously doesn't want me to say the hammer, except unless I'm overthinking it. Broken doorknob.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
Nah.
Damn it!
This okay.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Oh, I guess it just
I
wants
guess
me
we
to
should
shoot
figure out the weapon first.
the new
The
looking
weapon
hammer.
was right there.
That pillar.
No, the hammer. The killer used that and beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, just
No,
what
that's wrong.
the contradiction here is that the description says that it looked new. So yeah, okay, gotcha.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why
One of
can't
those
you
cases
accept
where
it?
how does it want me to say it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
It wasn't expecting me to name the murder weapon right away.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
saying it's not
Why?
the hammer.
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangster.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Baby.
Ooh.
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
I'm not an
I
idiot.
thought maybe you
Mhm.
guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Seems that was a waste of time.
I agree.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
It's the pillar.
I see.
They didn't do the pillar onto the body, they did the body onto the pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Hello, Zero Blade
that
Edge.
pillar was
It's going pretty well. How
frickin'
about you?
heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit
Well,
suicide.
enjoying it overall, yeah?
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
Alright,
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think
so
of.
I don't think it's a suicide at this point, because if they bring it up this early, it's gonna be a red hair.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes,
Yes,
push the body
For reals.
into the
I
pillar.
see. So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Okay, you've never done that before.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Okay, what does the pillar fragment say? Gotcha.
Considering it probably exerts.
Sonia! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
Because then there would have been debris on top of him as well, instead of just under him.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
So far, so good on figuring out what the game
That
wants
was
me to say.
entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain
So the
about that?
pillar is the killer. Alright, send him off to punishment time, Nakuma. It was the pillar the whole
I
time.
have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say?
Seriously, who took this giant dump in Akito's cereal somewhere along this chapter? Who was it? It must have been something that he read in one of those files.
Regardless,
Pissed him off.
It's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Character suicide part 2. No, Nagito's always been a bitch. He's just hamming it up extra hard.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
That's nice there.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
It's wonderful, honey. Yes.
Only fit fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I want Shadow the Hedgehog to burst in here and say, it's like, no, I am the ultimate.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
The ultimate weapon is the friends we've killed along the way. You're right. It's all about the
I
journey.
see.
So he's blushing.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Well, yeah, it's because Sonya's been chumming up with Gundam for this entire chapter, dude. You can't put aside
Cut
fucking
the
simp.
bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
You're right, I'm just a reserve course student.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House
Yeah, don't
leads to
bully my boy
Strawberry Tower.
Hajime, he's carrying
Grape
this
House
shit.
leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Simp!
Oh, show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
I swear, she's never been this intense with stuff like that before.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
That's true.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Simp!
In truth, Strawberry Tower are actually the exact same place.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong!
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
I'm sorry, I did what now?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort
Are we gonna are we gonna gloss over that? We're totally gonna gloss over that.
Doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry.
That was a very random line. And I don't think it means anything.
But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Oh boy. I
Then
will
how
not
about
bow
this?
down.
Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
That's fair, BP. That's fair.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Sure thing, honey. You're trying very hard.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprised wielding the power of the pillar, the body. He could have moved it all easy as
Oof.
Damn it!
Okay. Sorry about that little hiccup. Video game is being a video game again.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear, the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Oh.
Crap!
It seems you have forgotten.
Alright, so then it's the chain.
Monokuma is surprisingly wielding the power of the futuristic rope, the pillar, the body. He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
Huh.
Damn it!
It really goes
There are many
back
different
pretty
ways.
far.
The body and the pillar could have
Oh
been
no, wait,
moved.
it's the oil. The oil, it could have no way have been
Nekomaru
moved.
could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Yes, okay.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short
I got it.
time.
I got it.
That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the...
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words!
That one makes sense.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
Damn right.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome.
Shut up,
What
simp.
really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings,
It's a
then
building that
what are
moves
they?
around from place to place along with the elevator.
No idea, huh?
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
It will help him determine how big of a bitch he's gonna be for the remainder of the game.
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
Not the only one. The killer also did.
I see.
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
Just because it tried
That's
to crash.
right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At
Did you
an
take a
opportune
picture?
time, I found a perfect camera in the
Oh, I
final
suppose,
dead
yeah.
room.
You took a picture?
Yep. See? This is it. Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House. From the secret room within the final dead
Yo,
room.
what's up, Shady? Thank you.
But don't you think it's weird?
How are you doing?
If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Oh, yeah, good luck with that. That is the first big hurdle with Bob Houston. Learning how to get proper distance. Well, I suppose the first one is learning how to get it
Oh
at all.
god, this part.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time? Here!
If the structure of the funhouse
I'm
is what
surprised I
we
got that first try. I thought it was gonna be significantly more specific than that.
Not to be like, hey, you got lucky, but no, it's just like, in what way do they want you to say, huh, you don't look like you're on the first floor at all. The fact that there's trees below you, I don't know.
I mean, that might be what they're going for. What I did is I just went straight for where the other side, where you were supposed to be able to see the other hall, and the other building, because they were supposed to be like one straight line one straight line. That's why I went for that spot.
Grape House and Strawberry House should link
Yeah,
to the tower in the middle.
like that.
Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind you.
So I got
This
lucky.
photo,
Yay!
I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
Wait, I can easily see how does the game want me to say the thing.
I see. And is that it?
Ah, more. Yay! Okay. How does it want me to say above the trees?
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angle suggests it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Hello, Fab Fairy. Welcome.
From this point on,
I
do
am
your own
indeed
thinking.
case 4.
Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
So it was actually an elevator.
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
I mean, that's not exactly hard, Zelda. It's Nagito.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
It does not count as spoilers, I suppose, but I'd still prefer if you didn't.
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor.
Because I don't want to have to memorize them all, who you're referring to. That is a very important talent, Tims, for sure.
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the 3rd floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I was fearing it was gonna be Hangman's Gambit, but no, it's a good one. It's the good video game. Oh yeah, we Borden. New Strawberry House and Grape House both exist.
It's all an illusion.
It's all an illusion. You're thinking of someone else. I like this one. It's basically every other minigame that I don't like. I mean, yeah, okay. The shooting the words one, I sort of like when the translation and the way it wants me to say it makes sense, essentially. That one is too writing dependent and translation dependent, unfortunately.
God, translation especially.
Yeah. Yay! Hero special stages, hell yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
Yeah, you cheeky little fucker.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Oh,
I see!
because we wrote about the trees.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, The photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also
part
the
makes
fourth
sense.
floor above Grape House.
Oh snap! I never
Oh,
expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Sonia has been a delight this trial.
But
Don't think it's
what
her
about the
though?
shape of the
Yes.
building? The
She's
two
just
houses
trying to
were
win you
completely
over.
different
Yeah.
shapes.
Yeah,
I will never not be sus of Sonia.
that's fair. She's a fucking princess.
Strawberry
The
House
monarchy is
4-sided,
always sus.
And Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
It's stick bugged, lol.
You just got pranked! Got him!
You think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then, it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors
Ultimate
in
Shark
the
Boy is essentially
same
just going with Ultimate
building.
Hedgehog was to the previous one. See, this is why I don't want you to think up funny nicknames for the characters, because I have no idea who you mean by Ultimate Hedgehog from the previous game. Just use their names, please. Make it easy on me.
Constructing
Probably
a building
have
like
to
that
create,
on your own without my
uh,
knowledge? How horrible!
Ricardo
What
also
about
has
the towers?
spiky hair.
Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
Yeah, it makes it extra confusing because I've been joking about Shadow the Hedgehog so much these past two streams. I am happy now, but I don't like your attitude. I figured
Like, it's nice,
CasualCyd is way smarter than Hero.
it's nice, well, true. It's nice to try to be funny, but I don't know. Acknowledging the dumb guy trope doesn't really do much for people here. We get it, he's a stupid sim. It's true.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's
Because the floor
body in
goes
both
along with
places?
it. Come on.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple.
Don't insult the hammies. I will end you.
Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash.
Sim.
Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see.
I really hope it's
Do
him.
whatever you like.
I feel you.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out.
Oh,
so she
please be the
notices.
killer. Enough of this.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
You're a dummy.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
It's true. He'd be bearable
It
if
should be
Sonia
possible
dies
to
as well.
construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
What is it, Panny?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually...
Oh, how do you want me to say this?
Oh no, Canny is a simp. But you know, the show has its good moments, so... Right?
Attack on Titan's nice. I like it, it's good anime.
It's certainly not an anime to be simping over in the year 2021, but yeah. Also nice, what a good anime.
Oh, hell yeah.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair!
So which one was...
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
I'm a baby.
I'm gonna solve
I'm
this
so...
mystery.
And hurry up, dumb...
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Guess there could have been a dummy pillar.
Damn it!
How do you want me to say this video game?
Is dummy the only thing that lights up?
Also mechanical body.
Maybe you can take one or the other?
One of the bodies in one of the towers
You know?
I don't know.
was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy
Sim
from
was
spare parts.
introduced as a word that might be banned on Twitch in the future because it hurts people, yes. It hasn't as of yet.
It's a video game character. I can't I can't hurt him.
Exactly.
As much as I wish I could.
Also, if Sim does get banned, all you need to say is tier 3 sub. They mean the same thing.
Basically.
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
How do you want me to say this?
Man,
Something like that.
it's just for you to be able to call people racial slurs, but simp is where they draw the line just because it's white boys being attacked. Ugh, I hate it. I hate tech boys. I mean, you're a tech boy, kind of, but not an asshole one, you know?
Brain work.
Yeah, pretty much what Zelmi said. And I'm sorry that there's, like, chat talking about
Oh,
this.
that's fine.
I'm not really helping.
Just want me to say that.
Shut up! Just pick one of them. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
And hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Okay, yeah,
No,
that's how it wants me to say it. Glad I tried that one next.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
If this is how we're going to play it, then why wasn't Kazuichi's account the truth bullet that I had to shoot? Instead of Strange Feeling in Tower.
That's kind of a good point. Because this game is fucking...
He immediately brings up Kazuichi's account, so that should have been the truth bullets.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Right up until that moment, You were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
Kiddo.
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Aw.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
Or he used that as a cover to make himself seem less
Even if
suspicious.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
The floor moved. The floor. I want to say it. When can I say it? The
Elevators exist.
Elevators
What?
exist. Elevators exist. You've spent so much time on an
Oh my
elevator.
god. Do we get to search in our mind for the word elevator?
I think so.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Elevator.
elevator. They've been saying the word elevator so much, and now I get to spell elevator.
But can you spell the word elevator?
You get to make a comic book after this.
I swear to god we say this every fucking trial, but it's always true.
It is always true. Give me O's. Give me O's.
Give me give me.
That's the smoothest Hangman's Gambit I've ever done.
It helps that you knew the word.
It helps that I knew the word.
Yeah, give us those.
Must be talking
Gobble
about an
them up.
elevator.
Thanks, chat.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
Okay, you get a pass because you've always been there, Head.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
But then why was the elevator door on different sides? Because it moved around.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
To confuse you.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower?
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those
Most
chains
of
were
my
gone.
time in trials is spent convincing people of very basic things.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
Bless you, child.
It's a very good message.
What did you say?
But I agree with Gundam. What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
see.
Like, did these
Is it safe to say
dummies
that
think
all the
that
items on
doors
the
move
board
along with an elevator?
And
And
It's
why did the picture on
like
the
a real
board
elevator,
work?
sure, that you're into, but if
You
you're
can
trying
figure
to...
that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
LED floors and walls?
I see.
Like most elevators have inside doors, but sure, this is still a pretty basic concept though, right?
Only the floor moved?
The doors don't have to move, especially
which
not
means
if they're
the
just
whole
there
room
to
wasn't
deceive
an
you.
elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
I'm with Nagito on this one for once. I'm so disappointed in them.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
This was not an actual problem I have with the video game, for the record. I'm just roasting these characters for being idiots.
So we'd
That's all.
falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
I find it so amusing that they find the elevator so hard to believe, and yet in the previous trial, it was enough to clear Hajime's entire name for the rest of the trial with just the fact of like, well, yeah, he didn't see the movie.
Nobody could have told him about it.
Yeah, they get hung up on the weirdest things.
That's true.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
There's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Thanks, Dumb and
By the
Dumber.
way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right? The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience.
What are the nonary games? I'm not really into this
Well, more
genre.
people
So.
live at the end, so yeah, that one. But you have to do escape room puzzles all the time.
Oh, are the nonary games like 999 and stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know enough about them to make a good
So
call on
escape
that.
rooms or, I don't know, solve a murder.
I'll go with escape rooms, I guess.
After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
But I will say, if I had to be in either game, I'd be the killer. And try to get away with it.
I like the less smelling their own parts thing.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one
Oh, I know
house to
this
the
one.
other?
I know this one. Nagito already solved that.
Elevator moves vertically. Then, when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I like how much these two have been chumming up. I don't want it to be either of them. I want more Gundam and Sonya shenanigans.
So you're hoping for Sharky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I should have mentioned this earlier when people asked what my susses were. I have slight sus on Chiaki just because I think she is the only one other than Nagito who's actually capable of clearing the final dead room and getting the ultimate weapon. But it's very not strong sus because everything about her character suggests that she wouldn't murder, but you know, that could also all be an act because writing. Elevator. Alright, what was the truth bullet called again? I think it's contact elevator. No, it's not. Apparently the compass's needle spun 180 degrees while it was inside the contact elevator. So that's why Kazuichi's account wasn't used as a truth bullet. It was just a translation thing where they said because of Kazuichi's accounts, even though him talking about the parts not moving was not the actual truth bullet, the actual truth bullet was the thing. Okay. Makes sense, needlessly confusing. Probably translation again. You saw some best girl? Hey, I gotta be objective, man. And objectivity suggests that she's the only one smart enough to fucking clear that room. The rest of these guys are dummies.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However,
I
at
think I have to
both
shoot
houses,
vertically.
if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly contradictory.
I like how they are teaming up
Iron
too.
curtain of teamwork.
I love them.
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong. fun!
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, CasualCyd?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side, which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house,
That's
right?
why it's a fun house.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Great House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
I mean, it was specifically designed for that illusion. So I wouldn't say it's convenient that it was specifically designed that way by Monokuma to set up the funhouse illusion.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement.
You are in an amusement park. How could be that he had a compass? Oh yeah, well that's just Nagito bullshit. Nagito gave the compass to thing because he had like a pocket knife that has literally everything in it that he brought just in case when investigating the new islands because he wanted to be prepared. He's also the ultimate lucky student, so he was just lucky to have that with him.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Thank you.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know?
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Monokuma explained
As long as you know
it.
what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What's an octagon? No, I don't want the melon right now. I want to appreciate the octagon. And I want to shout out my boy Jack Black for teaching me what an octagon is with my boy Elmo. With 8 awesome sides. 8 awesome angles.
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
The stop sign is an octagon.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
I'll take a melon now, thank you. That's a big one. I can't do that one in octagon.
I'm so sorry. You act like I did something terrible. I mean, most of it's water, so I just figured, you know, you can suck the water in. Oh. Uh-huh. So anyway, this is my stream now. I hope everybody...
The issue here is mostly that I have very sensitive teeth. But it's going well enough. I'm managing to find ways to chew that don't hurt my teeth that much.
Love you.
Love you too.
Thanks for eating my melon.
Thanks. Yes, I love your melons. Thanks for feeding me your melons.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Can you tell us what it is? Stick on it.
That is indeed a hexagon. What is it trying?
Crap!
What has 8 sides here in this picture? Can you find it?
No.
Yeah.
So I already know I'm going to hate this.
Crap!
There is no octagon. There is no octagon. Where's the fucking octagon?
Crap! Crap!
I love this part. No, honey.
Crap!
That's a cylinder.
Crap! Crap!
Crap, crap, crap.
Crap! Crap!
So it doesn't help how do you say ubiquitous everything looks? Like, oh, what counts as different selection spots? Like, it's hard to tell.
This is mine. We will never give up.
In case anyone is here on Twitter that's wondering why I said this game is really bad at being a video game, this is why this game is really bad at being a video game.
You gotta find the octagon, or we're all in for it.
Okay, I can look as much as I want here. There is no octagon. You cannot rotate the view.
Yes, you cannot rotate the goddamn fucking view. I want to help you so much. Wait, there is? There is a rotator thing?
No, he's saying that there is an octagon. Wait, there is a rotator thing?
Oh, okay.
You're extremely confusing me right now, BB. But like in hindsight, I know what you're saying, but it's extremely confusing.
He's already too confused at the moment, you know?
Here!
No!
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final
You
desert.
did it, honey. Good job. You did it.
You're talking about the thing that was not in the model at all.
Good job, honey. You did it. You found the game's bullshit.
This game's fucking shit. This should have been an anime or a full-on visual novel at least. Moving on.
That place the octagon?
You know how the four-sided strawberry house is on top of the six-sided grape house?
Well, if you use addition.
If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Whoa! So yeah, that was the very specific area you needed. It's like something that wasn't visible because this is how they chose you to say, yes, this exists. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final Dead Room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
You alright?
I'm just trying to see how much they are stretching the definition of an octagon. Properties of an octagon. All the sides and all the angles are equal, respectively. Anything with 8 edges can be an octagon, I suppose. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this one to the game while still saying yes. It's fucking shite.
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon. Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the Funhouse from the scenery.
So an irregular octagon is what they should have
Then
translated
thought
it
of a
as.
way to kill,
Gotcha.
making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Wow! Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Sure.
Sure thing, honey. Your eyes are a bit crazy. Intermission time! Yay! Melon! Home!
Hiya!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be honest, the specific math courses I followed were more focused on formulas and shit like that rather than shapes and chance.
Okay, everyone.
Oh well. So, technically correct,
But
but stupid
stupid.
game design.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Ain't that the fucking mood of the last year? We're all trying our best, honey.
My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
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 Your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
The view is also pretty bad. Yeah.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Chiaki, calm down. You're shaking pretty hard, honey.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
I
Is it
appreciate her
really alright
attitude.
to accept a situation so easily?
Yes.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know.
But that
Why is
If this was a
retract?
murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, usually. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply
Thank you.
murder. Forcibly sacrificing
Best boy is
others
harder
for
to
one's
choose?
own
No, it's Gundam.
desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru.
Then again,
as
I have a
fast as we
soft spot
can.
for animal lovers, so.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
I used the wire to tie him to the pillar and then... No, wait, the pillar moves with the elevator. Oh no, wait, they tied him to the doorknob. Yes, and then that broke off and he fell.
I see!
Yeah.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to
I suppose,
push someone
PP.
off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But
He's
my
so
gut is going
intense.
crazy right now.
That's because you're hungry, honey.
Yeah.
I just have this drive to call everyone honey because they're all these just
Stupid idiot babies.
dumb idiot babies that need to be protected.
Soda's after titties. I don't know if it needs to be protected.
That's fair.
The
Doorknob.
elevator is on the 1st floor. You can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
I need the good night
Which means
button.
the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the... You can't go through the door.
It'd be impossible.
Then, after locking they moved the and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a... As long as there's a moving object in...
Good
No,
night.
that's wrong.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's
You go,
how...
best boy. I accept that opinion.
However, even if they
I like
moved the
Ryuko.
elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
He had character growth. It's good on him.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes.
Yes.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Silence, pest!
You tell him, Queen.
Now you're calling me a pest?
You tell him, Queen. How?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
No.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
You and the pillar,
What about
dude.
the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I have to combine the wire with the doorknob.
Crap!
I think.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement. The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the
The doorknob on the floor seems...
There we
I
go.
agree with that.
We figured it out, Ryuko. You, me.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied
Danganronpa
into a
speedrun
loop.
went? No.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the
We
doorknob-
going the fuck back to Sonic Heroes after this.
If he did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended
Hello,
in
Makoto
midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Mekamaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode.
tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Oh, they gave him a little sleep bubble.
That's
I love
right.
it.
He was so well hung. Kinda like.
I mean, we already knew Nekomaru was well hung.
We didn't need to say it.
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Shut up, Shark Boy.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Wear and tear on the doorknob and gravity.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire,
Oh,
how
right.
would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push. There's no way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push it. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself.
Oh. Hang on. Alarm clock.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wall, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Allow me to cut through those words.
What do you think would
Lamau.
happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
I just love how she's the only one to call him Nekomaru. You should play Persona after this? Nah. I'm going back to speedrunning my video games after this, and I already have some other games that I want to play casually lined up. Persona also isn't really my franchise, I'll be honest. It never really looked all that appealing to me.
The wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Yeah, the next games on the list are gonna be Nier Automata, and when it releases, the Nier Replicant remake.
In actuality,
Though the
scrape
last
marks
one
caused
is,
by the
like,
wire
still a
were near
maybe.
the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because
But
the
before
entire
then,
doorknob
it's
came off.
I want to run video games. I want to speedrun. I want to be a fast boy.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as
Nekomaru was a good
Smithsonian
boy. He
said.
left a clue behind for us.
I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Oink.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia?
Oh no!
If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No!
Oh, I didn't think you could lose more points, buddy, but you dug yourself into a new low. Holy shit.
I believe you gave your all.
I missed the prologue when I really liked him.
I missed that too. I knew this would be coming. I knew you were like, oh, I kind of like him. I figured.
Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
He's become a masochist. He's slowly
off on
turning into
this.
Hifumi. Is he below Teru Teru yet? No, because for him it took time to get here. Teru Teru was awful from the start. That's worse.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right? I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
Ah,
So that's how the
Sweetheart.
pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the
Bonus?
killer intended that,
Marcus
or
is
if
a
it was
bonus?
just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there,
That is true, BB. That is true.
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Oh my god.
stop calling me baby gangsta.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7
Monokuma
a.m.
Tai Chi.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of
It's
that
the
alarm,
wall
right?
clock. You woke
This
up
time
from
of
the
death and
wall
time the
clock.
body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
Alright, which do you want me to counter though?
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
This time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Okay. Well, they want me to say it.
Damn it!
We headed for Grape Tower.
Oh, right. Radio clock.
Before 7 a.m.
I insert.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died.
I was way ahead of the curve and was trying to figure out what woke him up, but that's not the argument we're having right now.
This time of death and the time of one of those must be an illusion.
I need to keep up with their pace.
They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's
Radio clock can't be tampered with.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock. So it
That
would've
is
been
true,
impossible to
BB.
mess
She
with.
thought I was food.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Human.
Please believe me.
Disgusting human.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
You consistently misunderstand. What are we doing? Logic dive, gotcha. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. We boardin'. We boardin', boys. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Time in the building. The time in the building, because everybody did ditch
Oh,
Tai Chi, because Monokuma said that
you
everybody
remember
did. Yes. It just came back to me. Monokuma said that everybody ditched.
that. Mhm.
I'm glad I remember that, because I don't think that's a truth bullet.
Smart kid.
That's one out of a jump.
Not for the ultimate border.
I'm not the ultimate border.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I'm not.
Ultimate border. Ah!
I did it! Clock was tampers with the building's clocks. She can't tamper with Maru's clock. The logic dive's beginning intense. I dig it. Which house at the wrong time? Both houses.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
You
said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks had been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Let's see. Ryuko's accounts. Ryuko's first for Strawberry House. AM. Rumbling noise at around 5:30 a.m. So 2 hours, because the rumbling noise would have been when he woke up. So Kane's gone.
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Oh, time
Are there
zones.
any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Oh,
It would have been
fuck.
a great
I
clue.
think that was it.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Alright.
If the time in the build, then we can only rely. The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when...
There we go.
I agree with that.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, the huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
Can you count?
I see!
Yes, I can count, video game.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious, so they can lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Monokuma Taichi.
That's it. The The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him
That
to
makes
the
a
tower
lot of
himself
sense.
at the precise time.
When I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Bear, what are you on about?
Are you talking about tripping over
Put it in
someone
mouth.
else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
Thank you.
Now that we've found out how the
Thank you,
killer lured
Nagito.
Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it?
Who's the bastard?
Hard to remember. I know it was the other day. Sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Nagito though, right? Like, I don't think he's the actual killer, but I'm pretty sure he was the only one who didn't pull it out of his room. I wish I could look at the truth bullets right now, honestly. Although, no, it doesn't show the image anyway. Well, yeah, they were saying it's like, oh yeah, I did no idea.
You're the only one!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam,
Yeah,
and Fuyuhiko.
that's how I remember it.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of...
I don't want to have to blame Nagito, because that means there's gonna be some incomprehensible bullshit that I couldn't figure out until the trial coming up.
Not only
Because he
did I
is full
not
of
hear the
bullshit.
alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me
Deluxe
too.
room, sound insulation. There you go. Isolation?
I was in a pretty
I don't know.
deep sleep,
I don't know.
so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common. And I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Chiaki's model is really cute, yeah. Her hoodie is great. We Hangman's Gambiting? Hell yeah. Deluxe room. Room doesn't have 5 letters. Fuck, what does it want me to say? Rooms. Yes, multiple rooms. Bit early for the R. Bit early for the S as well. I can probably keep an eye around. More R. I am really happy that I took the extra speed on the reticle. That is like the extra aiming speed.
Nagito, Sonia, and
It's helped a
Shai,
lot.
The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
You know, I actually genuinely don't mind Hangman's Gambit all that much anymore, just mechanically. I don't think it's well designed, but I'm pretty good at it, as long as I know the words. When I don't know the words, that's when it becomes a nightmare.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Soundproof, that's the word.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
It is insulation, I got it right the first time. It's...
If only you could have just said that yourself.
Yeah, if only. Like, this is...
Yeah, that would have helped too.
My issue with the word insulation, by the way, is the fact that in Dutch it is isolation in both cases. Like, it's just being isolated and sound isolation. That's why I struggle so much with the word insulation. It's both isolatie. Yeah, that too could be some, that too.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve course student?
God, he's being such a prick. And I'm not excluding the possibility that I'm not actually a reserve corps student and he's just doing this to fuck with me, by the way. But I probably am.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
How's that a decisive factor? There's multiple people with those rooms, and there's multiple people with not those rooms.
Well. This does make sense. You just don't remember, by the way.
Okay. Well, fuck. If it makes sense, that means this is on me. If this isolates someone, then I'm gonna say that it is going to be the only person who was in a standard room, which I'm pretty sure was CasualCyd.
It was Nekomaru.
Oh. Oh right, he had a crummy room.
Crap!
Then they are pulling this.
Why would that matter? He's the victim.
I don't... Because they're trying to bait me into thinking suicides in both games, remember?
Yeah, I know.
That's why it could matter. Don't say stuff like that.
Sorry.
Did Chiaki say she heard the rumbling?
He did not.
Okay. 'Cause yeah, if she heard rumblings by being... yeah. Hmm. Then who was the other person with the deluxe room? I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to do this. Why do I have to do this? Why does it keep... I thought... That's why it didn't make sense to me, because I thought Nekomaru had the other deluxe room, but...
There.
But it's this boy. It's this boy! Not my boy!
You're the only one!
Why do my favorite characters keep being killers?
Well, maybe he left his door open so the hamsters could go and get more feed if they needed. You know, in case he died. That would have been really smart.
He's the killer.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd had to do that from memory.
I feel you. I didn't want to remember it either. I don't want to implicate him.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Mikondo and then him. Why is it the characters I like? Why is the game doing this to me? Oh well, at least it wasn't Chiaki. I would have been even more upset about that. But he's my boy! Well, at least I maxed him out before before this happened.
You're what?
You're right.
Yeah, I was just making sure that was tucked.
Gotcha.
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it.
So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
Why would he?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower.
My boy. My boy!
Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru. The killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just tell us that you were, like,
The best case
beating
scenario
the hand
would have been
hands.
if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms.
Exactly.
After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the
Good
killer
job,
couldn't go
Fuyuhiko.
back to their room and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Look at how low he has his zipper down.
Yeah.
That looks like a man who'd wear a
Why'd you
white
come out?
beater.
You should have hid till the excitement died down.
Katsuichi would wear a wife beater.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please.
I don't want to believe it either, honey.
Say something?
I wanted it to be you.
I'd rather it her.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
This is one hell of an argument,
I
buddy.
have 5 times the hearing of a normal
I don't think it works
human.
like that.
The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Yeah, you tell him.
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was.
You were in the bathroom for a very long time,
Always
otherwise
so
you...
simple.
Yuko would have
Are you
noticed you.
saying it was
for taking
just
a
a
bath.
coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. just a
What kind of
boring
bullshit are you
farce.
up to, honey?
So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Nagito.
Well, that's the thing.
Seriously.
Presumably, they
Let's
could
just
drink,
hurry up and finish
considering
this before I
there's
collapse
likely
from poor
sinks
health.
in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Nagito,
You die
Something
from thirst
definitely happened.
far faster than hunger.
didn't it?
Yeah.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor.
Please just tell me he did it because he needed food for his hams. Please just tell me that's the reason. Let him die a good boy, you know? He killed a human, but only because he cared more about animal life than about human life. Just let it be that, please. Anyway, we'll see.
From there, after returning,
You know, despite
to
the fact that I
Strawberry
absolutely
House,
showered
I was
him
present
with
when the alarm at the
sunflower
lounge
seeds.
went off.
Well,
And there's sunflower seeds on the 3rd floor strawberry.
there is?
Oh, you didn't notice that? There
Oh,
was
right.
an indoor garden.
Right, the garden.
And
Right,
there's sunflower
he
seeds.
did cover that.
That's why I also made jokes about eating tulip bulbs.
Right. Yeah, no, you're right. I kind of forgot that there was a garden there. Because it
Although
hasn't really
going
been
to
relevant.
and fro is busy enough as it is. How would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As
Yes.
I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
This is where I bring up
Plus,
Nagito's
the
sudden
stunt elevator
appearance.
should have been facing the Grape House side.
Or not, because you never know how it wants to
The human
really
who
say it.
used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
There you go. Now he brings up a good
Serious?
argument.
And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
Alrighty. Nagito's sudden appearance. It's not there.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Fuck.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me?
It wants me
Why
to
don't we
absorb
stop
secret
this already?
passageway.
That elevator, the only means of travel, as long as that your assumption plus the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot,
Since I was at there's no question that the following crime
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between.
Got him!
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong! Okay.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
There he is. Smug motherfucker.
Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about?
Don't.
Don't play dumb.
Yes.
You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that.
God, I'm so happy
right?
he's not Makoto.
Me too. Hajime is more assertive, I like it. He's gonna show up? He showed up, dude?
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
But
you're right. There's a door
Wah, you little fucking
which is on the
baby.
first floor of Strawberry House.
A little upset baby.
After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame! However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion.
Who dead?
Fabricated
Nekomaru.
from your own suspicion.
And my boy, he did it.
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Do you think I have the luxury to stop?
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me
No
when
one
I'm
stops.
angry.
You did not just say the Incredible Hulk line, my dude.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Yay! You
I
pressed
already
the
proved
button.
the secret
I pressed the
passage
button.
exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
The light!
Probably means try providing the evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right?
The key which dwells in the light. One that will break through the darkness of the heart. Kingdom Heart.
I assume it wants me to use the wire.
Or the hammer. It's almost like there's multiple things. Ah.
Know
Oh,
the
yeah, the
limits of your
hammer.
own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
I know it's kind of difficult that you
Know
have
the
to scroll
limits of
through
your
5
own
minutes.
reasoning! You say the killer went to
It's
the
the wire.
Octagon?
It's the only way you can put it down there, because the hammer is not one of the options.
If you don't want to at
Oh,
least
fuck.
pray to the key which dwells in the light! Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom...
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words! The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were
I
various
cannot
weapons and
read the
tools
word
there.
octagon without
Pretty
seeing
sure
Jack
I saw
Black's
stuff
stupid
like
face.
wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
But I like Jack Black, so it's fine.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
Requested him.
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building,
Well, little bitch! You're stealing my thing!
the elevator was
I wanted to make a
broken
comic
at
book after this.
Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried
Cheeky
going over to
motherfucker.
Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower,
Come
what would
on,
the killer
eat
have
your
done then?
vegetables and fruit. Here, there's only a little left. Oh yeah, I love it when you chocolate in your mouth. Mm. Oh shit.
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower.
He's such a little
There's
bitch.
no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those
Oh, he
words.
angry.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
Do I still want Akane to punch Nakito? Always.
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all!
I'm sorry. Did your audio die too?
No, it got louder because it's no longer splitting up.
Yeah. Thanks, dear.
There we go.
Sorry, I have to sit so close.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
I think they make pills for that.
Thank you. Probably see a doctor about that, honey.
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
But it's a 5-on-1 situation. Him and the 4 dark devas of destruction.
Frail, succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
he does have the perfect personality to like make rebuttals like this and have them not make him seem extra suspicious, because he'd do it regardless.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you
My
must
first
crush
tip
them
is
with
my
your own
dick.
overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Talk action. Yeah.
For the Tanaka Empire!
Thanks, Revo.
Thank you, Revo.
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire!
Hello?
It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really
Poor
think
dog.
I can find him so
Oh,
easily?
fuck. I want to cancel.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
Okay, there we go.
It's Nekomaru's back.
D
Do you really
for
think I can
dark.
get behind him so easily?
Babus. Fuck, I read the words wrong.
Crushed as David prophesied!
I know the exact answer, but
Show
I'm
me the
bad.
cadaver. I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's
D
back.
for
Do you really
dark.
think I can
Babus.
get
There we
behind
go.
him?
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck.
Alrighty. PTA finisher strikes again, indeed. I just kept pressing the wrong buttons, and at first I didn't see the word V. Oh well, it happened. Hey, hi, Revo.
And yeah,
You
that
have
could
the
remind
power
me
of
of a
the
cute
hamsters
font.
you keep with you.
Oh? Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Mm-hmm. Can't believe he used his hams for evil.
Now that you mention it,
You better have a damn
after
good reason
Ibuki
for
was
this,
killed in
Gundam.
the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere.
Baby!
Here, take this corpse.
Oh, she's still alive. I love her.
I love her too. We love animals here. We feel Gundam.
That's why I'm so disappointed in you, Gundam. You should not use animals for evil.
Hey, people.
Now, trample this life! Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road! Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands!
I get to do the thing! I get to make a comic book after this! Get wrecked, Nagito. Indeed. Oh wait. Stop that. Don't scroll the pages without my consent, little baby. Silly little baby. She's helping. The poor dark devas. Weapon left the tower, that ain't it. This one is significantly longer than the last one. My goodness.
Oh yeah, the last one was a short one.
The Mekon one was super short. Alright. Baby. Stop touching the mouse, honey. Right. Let's see. And there we go. Next stock. Go hams, go. Huh. Weapon.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Didn't know I already had them all.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House Lounge. and set the walk.
You know, it's been a while since you saved.
I can't save
I
her.
know. I just got scared, but with baby
After
walking a
finishing
little
their
too close to
preparations,
your
the
people.
killer went to
Oh
Strawberry
god.
Hill with
She's
the
sitting on
necessary
yours
tools.
now.
Don't eat my computer, baby. Yeah, computer, don't see.
Stop making you want a cat, but cats are great. You should totally get a cat. Unless you're allergic, then don't get a cat. I love you. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for licking my finger. Yeah.
We love this kitty.
Yeah, she's
And she loves us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, muffin. Oh, thank you.
Oh, the cat? I'm sorry.
No, I think the video game. Things can't handle the video game.
No, it only gets better when Gundam has a moment to talk. So I'd stick around, but whatever you need to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
They obtain these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason.
Oh, you baby.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru.
Fair enough, BB.
According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with her perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the Tower of Hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of
Even though I'm
Nekomaru's
sad
neck.
it's Gundam, I'm just happy that, like, fucking Am-Ams, dude.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon.
I'm still sad.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to
Aw, your
7:30
eyes are
a.m.
a
so he'd
little
wake
wet.
up.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop. and
Still
hung
though,
it
I
on the
lost two
doorknob.
good boys today. Making me sad.
After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer
Kill me.
entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful,
That's fucking grin, dude.
and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died.
Yuriko's trying so hard with that clock, dude. Trying his best.
The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
My boy, why did you do it?
Because he's fabulous.
He is fab.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself! I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
Me too, Sonia. Me too.
You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Come on, boy. Give me an explanation. $66 at the fucking Panic Talk action, yeah. Okie dokie.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
I'll miss him. I'll miss him. I'll miss my boy.
Yahoo! Yaha! Nice!
Now then. Jeez.
Fall, my tears. Listen well! How pitiful. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
You.
Let's make history.
What happened? Oh my goodness, this looks epic as fuck. Look at these boys.
That is...
Let me tell you this.
Huh?
I can see it!
Could it be?
He would have then just said, I'm the killer. I've already lost my life anyway. You guys go on without me. I feel like he would have done that. He's a good boy.
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, lords of darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why indeed?
Let me tell you this. You weakling! Fall, my
Fair,
tears.
fair.
If you flinch, you will die! Let
I
me
respect that.
ask. Fine. Listen well. I shall engulf this world. I renounce you!
You.
But...
Damn it.
Fine. Fall, my tears.
Oh. You...
Let's make history.
Fair.
Well...
My name is Gundam Tanaka!
Nah, he planned it out too far for it to just genuinely be a sacrifice for other people's sakes.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Then again, he'd also have his own pride to protect, so who knows? You
He
never
also
quite...
has animals to go feed.
Yeah. You never quite know with the Chuny.
He was a good Chuny.
He was a good Chuny.
Please wait! I beg of you!
Huh?
I beg of you!
How pitiful.
Aww. I do like how close those two got. It's cute.
Fine. What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor.
Sam Hams, dude. Sam Hams. Do I like English or Japanese voices better? I haven't heard the Japanese one, so I have no idea. I just went with English since every playthrough I've watched of Danganronpa has been in English, so that's what I'm used to.
I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
I like this boy.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy, and I'm glad they stuck true to his character until the very end. I didn't end up resenting him like I did Nikon. They're giving him a worthy death. Sad he has to go.
Yeah.
Let the hamsters live, indeed. The hams. Mm-hmm. They did him justice, at least. They did him justice. I am very much okay with this chapter.
Damn it. Damn it! The worst.
Oh.
You are right. You are right. Now then.
Hey, hey!
That is way too fast of a mood shift,
It's not
dude.
like that.
Okay, at least I gave her some tears.
Hey, hey. Right?
Nagato being a bitch. Nagato's being a bitch. Oh, look at that fucking shit-eating grin. I mean, yeah.
Well... Damn it. It's obvious.
Monokuma appears! What's this?
I'm playing until the chapter end, by the way. Not until the trial end.
What's the
So
matter?
let's see.
Well...
Hello.
Hello. God, I'm gonna miss Gundam, dude. I'm gonna miss Gundam. And Nekomaru. Still though, that I feel
But were they deaf for both?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a well-written chapter overall. It's still very video game,
Very sad.
but the writing in that one I genuinely did like. That was good.
I miss Gundam.
Mhm.
If he was a real boy, I'd switch him.
Yeah, it's fair.
Say what?
You don't even know? Isn't that right?
Of course.
But...
Who knows?
Hey. Well... Right?
You're getting all riled up. No, no. Shing! Huh?
Hey.
Yep.
Right?
He's being a cheeky little shit. Grass is green. Nagito's is little cheeky shit.
No, no, no.
They're just constants in that.
Unbelievable.
Well... You're right. Huh?
Like...
Wow.
Say what?
You
He's the
don't
ultimate
know?
lucky student after all.
Hey,
They're being so cheeky with their him and them. Ooh, that person.
see? Hey,
That's...
Who is it? Who is it indeed? Well, dang. So, yep, a little bit of cheekiness to end the chapter. To be continued. I have the Hellhound earring.
He was such a good boy.
He was such a good boy. Alright. And this is where I'm gonna call it. And I'm gonna start the next chapter in the next stream. So thank you everybody for watching. What up, the end screen? Well, I would say I definitely enjoyed that trial and chapter more than the previous two. Despite Final Dead Room. Despite Final Dead Room, I still enjoyed it more. It was good. But yeah, chapter 5 next. I assume this is where shit's gonna start to get pretty dang crazy. I'm gonna assume that it's roughly the same length as the first game, which means like 6 chapters maybe. But that's purely an assumption, we'll see. Regardless, more of Nagito's bullshit coming right up. Ugh. Anyway. Thanks for watching, everybody. And let's see. I don't know if next stream will be Danganronpa. I might just save the next part of Danganronpa for next weekend. Do another chapter next weekend. We shall see. I've been itching to do a bit of Heroes as well, so might switch it up. Have a good one, and bye-bye.